Hello, welcome back to the Steve and Sulley study. Thank you very much for subscribing. You can find me on Instagram on sully.steven. You can also find me on Facebook. If you ever want to reach out to me, please do. I've been receiving a couple of direct messages from like-minded people, and I really value and am very, very humbled and thankful that you are reaching out to me. I want to share a bit of a tip. This is not something I've come up with. This is something I've taken as my own and enhanced it. I speak a lot about goals. I feel that becoming the best family person, becoming the best investor, athlete, business person, in whatever your situation is, I think it's very difficult to become the very best version of you and therefore work your plan the most effective way if you don't have your goals and vision in check. And more importantly, I've got some kind of excitement behind that. There's affirmations, there's incantations, which I've spoken about before, but there's also something that I haven't shared with you, and I was going to share this at the start of the year, but where I got so many great individuals onto my podcast recently, I couldn't find the space to fit this particular episode in. So what am I talking about? I am talking about my mission statement. Now, a mission statement is a bit like an incantation or an affirmation, but it's almost like a business plan that you read out to yourself, and you should read this out once in the morning to start your day off right. It's the most effective time to read your goals out and your mission statement out, because your mind, your subconscious mind, is just woken up, and the number one thing you want to do is feed it the very, very best things and condition the mind for the day, and get your mind right on your goals and your vision. And at the end of the day, you should be reading this out as well just before you go to bed, or the very, very, very last thing that you do. Because even if you had a challenging day, or what I call a learning day, this will give you a reminder that, you know what, this challenging day, something I learned from, is not going to define me as an individual, because life for me is bigger than that. Here's my mission statement. So, like I said, this is a little bit like a business plan that you're going to read out to yourself. If you can read it more than twice a day, so let's say once in the morning, once in the daytime, like you would have an espresso, like a shot of coffee basically, just to pick you back up, or some fuel, and then once of an evening, and you do this relentlessly every fucking day to drill this into your mind, I'm telling you right now that you will have this natural energy around about you, and you'll be oozing this confidence which you're going to need. Because I can tell you this, life will throw many different challenges at you from time to time. Some of them are going to be very easy ones, some of them are going to be major ones, and things like this are reminders that you can batter through these challenges and come out the other side a stronger person and still winning. If you look at someone like Conor McGregor, which I mentioned before, 9 times out of 10, when he sticks something out to the universe, like an affirmation, like an incantation, or more importantly, like a mission statement, he achieves. Now, in the 10th time when he doesn't achieve, let's say he fell a bit short when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he still won. The guy still made over $100 million or $150 million or whatever it may be. And it got him into more publications, it got more endorsements, it gave him more opportunity. So even the things that some people, or the, let's say, critics or haters will regard as a failure, you're still going to win. And the very, very start of it, the fundamentals behind it, is by having your goals in check, your vision in check, and the things that you want to achieve, and the driving factors such as your mission statement. So what I've done is I have written out mine. I write out mine every single year. I buy a fresh book, a fresh notepad, which I put my power list into, which I'll talk to you on another episode a bit more about. This is basically like mini lists I do every single day, little checklists that I have to wipe out during the day in order to achieve things, which I'll talk to you a bit more in detail about that on some other episode I'm going to do in a few weeks. My mission statement I write at the end of the year to prop me up and get me ready for the brand new start of the year, so 2019 in this case. And I write it at the start of my book because when I open up my book, the first page is in my handwriting, this mission statement. So at the top of the page, I write my mission statement 2019. I obviously say my because I give it ownership. It's something that I want to own. And every time I use these committed words like my or I own or this is, my ownership to it or something like that, my subconscious mind feels it, sees it, and embraces it as real, and therefore I can manifest it into my life. So I'm going to read you out mine. I'm not the very, very best or strongest reader, so I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I say everything very, very clearly, and I hope it's going to give you a little bit direction with yourself. So, my mission statement 2019 by Sulley. The main characteristics you will notice about me in 2019 is my relentless work rate. Frequent comments will be made and questions about it, such as, when do you sleep? You're a machine. This only fuels my hunger and my drive. Not only will my work rate be sickening, but working on the right systems and projects is absolutely key. I am one focused and disciplined individual. This will attract the very best people into my life, which huge opportunities will undoubtedly manifest from. Like attracts like. Remember that. That's an absolute fact. To execute my daily plans, I must enhance my training and my nutrition to give me that natural drug, which is endorphins. The more I taste this sweet success, the more I want and the more I will achieve. Anything remotely negative in my life, from people to any scenario, I'm simply cutting out. I take full responsibility for my life. And I know if I want to go to the next level, which I do and will, I need to be disciplined with working my plan. And therefore, I will expand my network. My net worth is directly linked to my network. I am a lion, and we all know one thing. Lions eat first. So that is my mission statement. I condense it onto one page because I want to, I don't want this to be a bloody book or some kind of like big old story about something. I want to condense it like a very mini short business plan. I say to myself, it's your mission statement. I took this actually from a data company, a huge data company I had a meeting with. I think they're called OHS. I can't remember what that stands for. And as I walked into their building, this is a multi-billion-dollar company, have offices all around the world. Of course, in London, where I was at, they got 2 offices in Singapore, Dubai. I mean, it's a crazy, massive organization, very corporate, like a big institutional bank almost. And I saw it, and I read theirs, and every staff member has to walk past this mission statement as they walk into the building, and it's in a couple of places by the lift. I think it might even be in the lift and on the major doors as you walk into these offices. And I thought that's fucking cool because every single staff member will, see it, notice it, and most of them will read it. And as you're reading it out, it's like a big incantation. And you'll notice the way I read it out. I literally read it like that when I'm reading it in my own time, because your mind, your subconscious mind, won't believe in what you're saying unless you say it with conviction, energy, excitement, and enthusiasm. If you were pitching a board of a big blue chip company, Fortune 500 company, or some kind of investor kind of organization, or you're doing a presentation, if you said your thing in a weak way, they won't trust into you, they won't believe in your company and the vision, and they definitely won't buy it and get excited by your product. So you need to, for Christ's sake, say these things with conviction, because the main person that you need to sell or condition is yourself. That is my mission statement. I read it out as much as I can. I would try and stick to twice a day if you can. If you want to do it more, then perfect. But try and stick to it twice a day, because you want to start off your day right, you want to end your day right, and it's another reminder that if you are having challenging days, regardless whether you're a father, mother, business person, an athlete, an investor, salesperson, this works really, really well in sales. This will give you a bit of direction. And at the end of the year, or even halfway through the year, you can review this mission statement and kind of see if you're developing into this person and see if you're achieving certain things into in that mission statement on your vision board. As you can see behind me, I've got my vision board up there, and there's certain things I've already achieved this year. Vision boards and the mission statement keep you accountable. And the mission statement, I would admit, is a bit more about character traits that you need to have in order to be the very, very best version of you. I took something at right at the end, which you'll notice if you're into the UFC. I follow a guy called Jimmy Manuwa. He probably doesn't even remember, but I sparred him years ago, boxing, not cage fighting, which he battered me. I got a bleeding nose. And his slogan is, lions eat first. And I've adopted that into my life because he's right. Lions, who are the king of the jungle, as they say, they eat first. They are powerful. They stay in a pack. They have like-minded people or lions around them. And therefore, when they go hunting and when they look after each other, they are there as one big energy, one big pack, and they are roaring through the lands and they are finding their next goal, and they're going on to different lands and everything else. So he uses it when he goes into the cage. He uses it when he goes into training. He uses it in his life, and I think it's pretty cool. So that's why I've adopted it. So your mission statement. What is your mission statement? You're a soldier. You're going to be going through life. You're going to go through challenges. By saying this mission statement to yourself and to your team every single day, frequently will condition your mindset. You'll pick up different, stronger character traits. You'll become this lion. You'll become this person that is focused, disciplined, and like a laser beam. And you will attract the very, very best people into your life. I'm going to say this one thing. By doing a mission statement will definitely help you and vastly improve your life. But do not just rely on that. It's like reading or watching The Secret. It's got a purpose and it's got a place in life. But if you're not going out there and committing, taking action on certain things, training, nutrition, executing your plan, working your plan thoroughly, never giving up on the right things, of course, staying focused, tweaking your plan every so often. If you're not doing all these other things, then this is just going to be a bit of a waste of time. This is part of a daily routine, your mission statement, okay? Again, if you've been getting value out of this, please follow me on social media, Sulley.Stephen on my Instagram, Facebook, I'm on there. And also, please leave a review on the podcast on iTunes. I'm also on YouTube now. I've got a YouTube channel, so please subscribe to that. I'm looking to get some more very, very good and inspiring people to interview. I'm looking to do even more things like I did with Robbie Lloyd-Taylor, where I spar them, do some training with them, and then interview them. There's a couple other boxers and business people that I've got in mind to do similar things with and also train with and stuff like that. But I'm looking to expand this all the time. I've got some very exciting people in the pipeline, so stay tuned. Remember, people, be happy, never content. Thank you.